tread a
I want to
path
go down.
unexplored.
Okay, please go, okay. Go to the outside. Oh, the amount of traumas on them. They should barely move. Okay. Let's get back to home. What am I supposed to eat? Fight. And automatic 11. Not finished yet. Sharp pain pierces your head, and the light dims in your eyes. You smell smoke and burning, you feel a wave of nausea, your legs buckle, and your knees hit the metal floor. In that same moment, the manufactorum surrounding you disappears in a whirlwind of mist, ash, and grey shadows. Struggling against the elements, you can barely raise your head to look. Your eyes sting and burn, but through the tears you see it, a colossal silhouette rising above you. The roaring tempest is unable to shake the mighty figure. You squint and wipe away the tears. Uralon the Cruel. Oh. And for the moment your vision clears. Before you stands a mighty giant clad in dark power armor, lavishly adorned with bas-reliefs of snarling demonic silhouettes and punctured with prayer scrolls. Two bizarres are mounted behind his shoulders. Two braziers are mounted behind his shoulders, burning with unnatural blue flames and emitting thick black smoke that curls and twists upward like a funnel. Behind the giant you catch a brief glimpse of a crumpled figure bound in chains. The warrior's inhuman eyes bore into you. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hand in the halls of the primordial truth. I am Uralon the Cruel. Hey Mira, thank you for following. Hi. The souls of my followers returned to the fount of power they served, crying out for me to cast my gaze toward the sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the Corpse Emperor. It's great, it's great. I'm finishing probably the last quest of Act 2. And until now, it's awesome. And how are you? How is your day going? Or night? Or evening? Or wherever you are? The giant's voice causes the storm raging around you die down somewhat, as if the very sound of his voice is enough to make the whirlwind subside. You glance at the huge warrior and notice on his chest a winding azure symbol. The shades of blue seem to glimmer and mingle together. Where are we? Where have you taken me? Okay, Nagama, this is my world near the dominion of chaos. Where are we? This is the bridge that connects our minds, created by the will of my slave, whose fate you should be envying. The Psyker is useful enough to me to be left alive, you less so. I want to look upon the one who has disrupted my flock's duties and my master's plans. The warrior from my legion, the fabricator censor, you think of their deaths as a triumph. However, it is but a minor hindrance on our path. There are other worlds that serve our goals. There are other sources of Plasteel and Undermantine. Revel in your victory. It will change nothing. And I'm glad it's pretty well. And I hope this pretty well will change into awesome. Nevertheless, the blood in your veins whispers to the spirits that you warrant a closer look. Yes, you are descendant of the rogue trader whose warrant Conrad Wh40k sought to obtain. By defiling the relic and binding it to himself with the feathers of the Empyrean, he was meant to become my servant, a rogue trader who would do the work of the truth. But then you interfered. I wanted to help him. He pushed me. Could it be that you wish to gain the true god's favor instead? Do you wish to present the corpse's relic to me and serve the truth? Hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? No, unfortunately no. It's not free to play. But I think you can find on Kingwin, you can find like a maybe $20 copy with all DLCs, beside the next one. And if you have spare money for the game, for me, it was the best buy I could ever do. I highly recommend it. If you like heavy lore games like this, as you can see, basically read more than fight. But if you fight, it's very, very, very cool. Okay, let's pick the answer. Raise to your feet. Waste your time trying to tempt me. I am willing to give the warrant to you in exchange for the blessing of your masters. I don't want to do this. I know I said it will be mostly heretical stuff, but I want heretical to be just in place so I can get this goddamn sword out of them. Or whatever this weapon is that I'm chasing. Digging it out of the wreckage of my ship. Do I lose? I will try. Succeeded. Yes! Conquering the weakness and pain, straining every muscle in your body, you slowly raise to your feet, straighten, and stare Uralon straight in the eye. He smiles, but there is no mirth in his eyes, only malicious curiosity, the kind with which one looks at an insect with its wings turned off. This isn't your first time meddling in the deeds of the word bearers. You were there on Riken Minoris, and so I want to know if you hold in your hands that which is not yours to hold, and you will tell me yourself. He utters a few words in an unknown tongue over his shoulder, and you feel your head being clamped by an unseen vice. The sensation is familiar, for this is not the first time the shadow of warp sorcery has fallen heavily upon you. You close your eyes and cast aside all thought, and your inner horrors cry out and rise against the will of another. A gust of wind sweeps Uralan's figure away without a trace. The mist around you begins to dissipate, revealing the dark halls of the Manufactorum and leaving behind an oppressive sense of powerlessness. Abelat looks you over worriedly, the sigh and close relief. That was a close call. For the sake of holy terror, if I had lost the second rogue trader in such a paltry spawn of time, my only option would have been to shoot myself out of underlying shame. I sense the presence of another cycle. Someone made contact with me mentally and tried to harm me with sorcery. I did what I could. You at least appear unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? The blood in my veins will lead me to search pain. It was a coincidence, maybe. One of the traitors of the Imperium. I don't think it was he who touched your mind. I wouldn't have had the strength to go up against a cycle from the ranks of those monsters. He might have forced some mortal to do his bidding. Perhaps it was through the same helpless medium that he sensed the depths of his henchman. Henry retreats away and frowns. Such indescribable power to have reached out to your mind at such a distance. He said something about your daughter. Sister Angelica, who has been watching all of this intently, grows pale and makes the sign of Aquila toward of evil. Oh, I know what you did. Miss. Henrik stares at you. Whether in surprise or anger, you do not know. Then he gives a short nod. I see. We can theorize later. Although I will say, Oscar, that his words do not leave me much room for interpretation. The Manufactorum around you looks the same as before the vision. Maybe the shadows have grown a little deeper and darker. You dust yourself off and continue on your journey through the darkness. God, I love every bit of this game. From the writing, to the graphics, to the style. The world's industrial heart has fallen to corruption, but numerous faint vox signals from the periphery indicate that the planet's small manufacturing clusters survived without succumbing to the heretics. The sacred machines and hallowed lathes from these abodes have been reverently transported to the safety of the ship's holds. The fate of Kiavagama hangs in the balance. Purified and restored Kiavagama no matter the costs. Restore the Manufactorum using the heretics and the new plans. Restore the Manufactorum in the shortest possible time without subjecting the wounded planet to a merciless purge. Two, the second one. The blast furnaces are lit again. Machines once more fill the air with the screeches and squeals, and marked trains of wagons stretch in lines from one workshop to the next. But the cogitator's binary chants carry alarming rumors of malevolent and foul traces of corruption still lurking in the depths chamber of the Manufactorum. Mobile Extraction. Weapons Adamantine, Phlogiston, Iconoclast, 15. Holy terror. First boots. Whenever the wearer ends their turn, they deal 1 warp damage to each adjacent creature and to the wearer themselves. Deals additional 2 warp damage to the enemy. So I deal 3 damage to them and 1 damage to me. Why do you load it like this? Dark Marches. 1 stack of Marches's Thirst when scoring a critical hit with this weapon, and 3 stacks when killing a target with this weapon. Upon reaching 5 stacks, the wielder gains an additional attack until the end of the turn. Ooh, cool. And calculating stuff. The Hand of Xenocide. 16 more to Xenos, and Messiah's access gains 15 bonus to weapon skill and access to bleeding. What do we have here? Profit factor plus 2. It sounds good. I will take it. I will take those boots with me. And the profit factor. Because I love profit factor. Okay. Okay. Small thorn. For profit factor. Okay, I'll take this. I will wait on this. Whew. So spawn. What do we have in quests? Mutants are hiding on ill-reputed trading outpost. Yes, we have to destroy the outpost. Go to Web 6. No, future plans and hunt down the leaders who were detected on Web 6. Before any new information is found, attacks on the colonies and trading vessels must be stopped to avoid any further damage. Food of 1 Valencia's Protectorate. Must not be allowed to destroy a void ship carrying valuable cargo. The merchant needs military support. Silence of Mercegris. Where is this? Here. Drop the coast to deadly. And do a bit dangerous. Anybody here die? Warp jump was unusually hectic. The recent attack on the Scarp Code disabled many of the sacred machines whose malfunctioning algorithm showed no sign of failure. The vessel departed with real space and surrendered itself to the Sea of Souls. So nothing actually happened. visit the system. Let's kick some Drukari asses and move on. You go with my ass. This will probably thing that will happen. But well, we can at least try. Wait, Mira. I believe if you have Xbox Pass, you can play this game for free. Free. Imperial Falcon class. Should I do this? Can I shoot something? Yes, I can shoot this. Brigade and frigate. Let's focus on those little ones. Yes. I have nothing to do with it. Whatever I do. Oh, well, that's a lot of damage. Don't destroy the ship. Oh crap.
We approach Oblivion.
You almost killed me. With a single shot.
Another notch on the macro cannon.
Let's remove this. Uncover him. Oh no. Remember to turn the most damage sector of the flagship shield to stay happy at the same strength. Yes, recharge, please. Woohoo! One. A new message from Master's calendar, Lord Captain. This time he is not reporting yet another attack, but the alleged location of one of the Xenos leaders. Oh, cool. Achilles' aides have reported that said leader will be heading on an attack on the Paradise World Grantees. There is one catch. The planet belongs to Caliga's Winter Scale, another rogue trader. Master's calendar noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an inclusion into somebody else's territory. The governor of Grantis will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins. And if your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Good. And with that, I will end for today. Thank you, Mira, again for following. Thank you for stopping by. I hope everything will go great for you. And yeah, what I wanted to say. I'm not gonna say that we will see each other today. I should say today. But because I don't know what I wanted to say. Okay, so thank you again, Mira. Thank you for your time. I hope you will find this game as enjoyable as it is for me. If you're gonna play it, of course. And yeah, let's see yourself again another time. Good vibes for you. Goodbye. Have a great night.